I get it, there are a ton of binoculars on Amazon that look amazing in the photos, but when you actually pull them out on a trail or at a stadium they end up feeling flat, dim, or just plain bulky. That pretty on paper but disappointing in real life feeling is why I always double check the details before I click add to cart. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. In this video I'm going to walk through the Leica 10x42 Ultravid HD Plus kit, point out the moments where it shines, and flag the spots where it might leave you wishing you'd spent a little less or a little more. First off, let's talk about why you'd even consider a Leica binocular. Leica has a reputation built on camera lenses, so you expect a certain level of optical discipline. The Ultravid HD Plus line takes that pedigree and squeezes it into a compact 10x42 design that's meant to slip into a pocket, a hiking pack, or even a city travel purse. That promise of big image quality in a small package is the main selling point, and it matters a lot if you're the type of person who carries gear for a weekend hike, a birdwatching outing, or a quick trip to the ballpark. The real-world test for any binocular starts with how it performs the first time you look through it. The phase-corrected BAK4 roof prisms that Leica uses are a clue that the image should stay sharp from edge to edge, and on the day I tried them at a local nature reserve the view of a distant hawk was surprisingly crisp. The 42mm objective still lets enough light in that the scene didn't feel muted, even when the sun was low. For someone who spends a lot of time in partially shaded woods, that boost in brightness can make a noticeable difference between spotting a bird and missing it entirely. Now, the compactness is where the kit really earns its keep. Traditional 10x42s can be a bit of a handful. Think of the classic hunting-style binoculars that jet out of your hands. The Leica version fits comfortably in a mid-size backpack side pocket and doesn't swing around when you're moving. I tested it while walking a 5-kilometer trail with a moderate incline, and the binocular stayed steady enough that I didn't need a separate tripod or strap to keep the view steady. That hands-free convenience is a win for hikers, cyclists, or anyone who wants to keep both hands free for a camera or trekking poles. On the flip side, the very thing that makes it portable also introduces a trade-off. The field of view at 10 magnification is narrower than you'd get on a larger 1050 model. While you can track a moving subject like a deer or a cyclist fairly well, you'll need a bit more pan and tilt to locate something that's off to the side. If you're a birdwatcher who prefers scanning large swaths of sky quickly, a wider field might be worth the extra bulk. In other words, the Leica's compact design shines for targeted viewing but can feel limiting when you need a sweeping glance. Another practical point, the kit includes a few accessories that most people overlook when they just glance at the product photo. There's a soft case that doubles as a protective pouch, a neck strap, and a cleaning cloth. Those are handy if you're traveling, but they're also fairly standard. What you won't find in the box is a waterproof rating or rubber armoring, so if you plan on using these in heavy rain or snow you'll need to add a rain cover yourself. That's not a deal breaker for most day hikers, but it's something to keep in mind if you expect to push them through harsh weather. Who should hit the buy now button? If you already own a pair of older binoculars that feel heavy or dim, and you're looking for an upgrade that won't add weight to your pack, the Leica 10x42 HD Plus is a solid step up. Its combination of Leica's optics pedigree, compact form factor, and a decent 42mm objective makes it a sweet spot for urban explorers who want to catch a distant concert stage, weekend campers who need a reliable pair for spotting wildlife, and even photographers who need a quick glance at a far-off detail before framing a shot. The price point sits in the premium range, so you're paying for brand heritage and the precision of those BAK4 prisms, not just a generic entry-level model. Who should pass? If your primary activity is low-light astronomy, or you regularly hunt in dense forests where the widest possible field of view is a must, you'll probably be better served by a larger objective, waterproof binocular that's built specifically for those extremes. Also, if you're on a tight budget, there are decent 10x42 options that sacrifice a bit of